Okay, well, may have bit off more than I can chew here. We're in the Beach 18, the beautiful Beach Twin, and we are at one of the steepest and probably shortest runways in the world. And I think the only way this plane is going to do this is if I turn at the bottom of the runway here. This is Castillon de la Laquette. It is in the Pyrenees, one of the steepest strips in the Pyrenees and in the world. It is not really meant for the Beach 18. This is a lot more airplane here, so let's see if we can get it up pretty good power here. But we don't have a lot of running, and like I said, I got to turn down here. I think that's the only way I'm going to get this bird up in the air. And it might still be tricky. We checked it out, it's kind of steep, but if we can get it up, we can, you know, stay afloat over this valley. So, yeah. Okay, man, oh man, we gotta get some speed though, or we gotta get some speed, Come on, okay. Alright, well, I think we might be okay now. We get the mixture cleaned out here properly. We'll do that by monitoring our VGT temperature. Alright, we're climbing good now, beautiful, okay. Well, that was a most interesting takeoff, and I am definitely not going to take the aircraft back there and try and land it. However, I am going to end this with a landing on a mountaintop somewhere. Right now, we're going to take a look here at some of the hidden valleys and the amazing peaks and the vistas here in the French Pyrenees. I am currently using the Google Maps. So this is the mod that's available on flightsim.to that allows you to choose different map options. And right now I am trying the Google Map. I tend not to use this very often because I tend not to really see a lot of difference. However, with all the changes recently, with the way I've been able to increase everything on my settings and get such good results, I thought it was worth another shot. And I can tell you right now that I think it looks better. I fly the Pyrenees a lot. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I have several videos flying around the Pyrenees in different aircraft, different times of day. I just find it to be one of the most amazing places to fly around. And it really requires you to pay some attention because of the altitudes and the terrain. So it's a fun place to fly, and I thought it'd be neat to explore it with the Google Maps. It's an interesting complex down there. I wonder what that is. I'll have to look and see if it's marked as a POI. Considering it's way out in the middle of nowhere in the Pyrenees here, and it's a very large complex, it's got to be a POI of some sort, but I don't know what it is. So, I'll look it up back there. I mean, how can you not enjoy flying at altitudes like this over terrain like this? It's just so amazing. And yeah, you gotta be careful. Updrafts are crazy. You can really get tossed around in some of these areas, especially if you have live weather on, and I fly with live weather here, and so it can give you some pretty crazy results. Yeah, I love just flying around and going over a peak and coming across hidden valleys and lakes. And the Grubbing Goose is an awesome plane to fly up here because of the lakes that you can land in. But so far, I'm not seeing any odd markings or aberrations here. Using the Google Maps, my frame rates are still 40 plus through here right now, and I will tell you that everything on the top of my in-game settings is high. Buildings, trees, the ground, the shrubs there, the ground and shrubs, the trees, the buildings, the off-screen caching, and the terrain. All of those up top are high. My clouds are, I'll double check, I believe they are also high, but they could be medium here. My rivers, waters, that's all high. I do not have ambient occlusion on right now, but I've been playing a lot with the light rays and the reflections, because I think one of the things that makes this less realistic in the VR headset, at least with the Quest, is you tend to get like a white glow around things. Like if you look at the yoke, at some point you'll see, although right now it's not as bad because I've been playing with it, but you'll see that, you know, there's like a white glow, an outline, like someone drew an outline around the yoke with a white crayon or marker. Wow, look at this over here. Wow. Oh, this is a nice looking spot over here. Now let's see. We're going to start looking for a spot to land here soon. Maybe way up there on the left, I'm not sure. We'll keep looking. But, yeah, so I noticed that I was watching some of my videos, and you can kind of see a little bit here. There's a little bit of a glow, but not as bad. So I've been playing with the light rays, light shafts, the cube map reflections, and so forth, the different reflections, and also using the OpenXR toolkit to turn the like the highlights and all that way down, and that seemed to help quite a bit. It actually helped in two ways. One, it's eliminated a lot of that weird glow around all my cockpit items that would show up in certain lighting, but also it increased, at least to my eyes, it increased the sharpness of the cockpit itself by turning that down. I guess it's kind of like a HUD on a jet. I don't know if you fly the military jets, but the HUD, if the brightness is turned way up, it looks very fuzzy, very blurry. As you turn the sharpness down, the brightness down on those, it becomes much clearer, and this seems to be having the same effect. So I'll keep testing it and see, but for now, I'm just really enjoying this flight here. Through the mountains of the Pyrenees, the peaks, the Pyrenees peaks. Yeah, I love this, just flying like this over like the edge of one of them sticking up here. That might be a good, we'll go a little bit further. We don't want to hit a little bit more to the right, because we're starting to actually get out of the Pyrenees. If I was to continue in that direction, that heading, we would have really gotten out of the really great big peaks. So, but I think there's some good smooth areas up there. So, okay. A little bit more and look for a landing. The color theme, yeah. So the livery that we're flying this Beech D18S under is marking registration November 184 Kilo Papa. It's the yellow of 3 Beech D18s owned and operated by Hugo Mathis of Gretchen, Switzerland. Although they are all registered with the Aircraft Guarantee Corp trustee from Onalaska, Texas. This repaint was done by James Keith Blom, and his user handle on flightsim.to is Jankies. And this guy, he's got a rating of general, and he deserves. This guy has some fantastic files for multiple aircraft. He does some really, really great work. All of his stuff is almost always rated 5 out of 5. It's just really, really great quality liveries and files that this guy puts out. I assume it's a guy. His username again is Jankeys. It's available on flightsim.to. And it is the Beechcraft D18S November 184 Kilo Papa registration. And if you just search for that, you'll find it. This looks like a spot to land over here coming up. We'll come around. We'll have a spot to land. It's a little bumpy here at the bottom of the hill. The secret about these landings is you want to be going, at a very extreme altitude, but still falling properly. So there we go. Great flight through the Pyrenees using the Google Maps mod from flightsim.to. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the skies.